My Yoda.
I need down.
My Yoda.
Oh, we can show them your best.
This here, we brought those in. There was a stone walkway, and he's got carried off by fans over the years. I will wait, Joe. Let's do this tour first. Everything you see is historic. Everything tells part of the story of bluegrass music. This tree is a hard maple or a sugar maple planted by Bill's grandpa back about 1880, 1890 in that area. There were about 34 of them. And the only known photographs of Bill Monroe and his mom was taken when he was about 9 years old. And he and his mom were standing under this tree. And in the photo, the tree's about that big, and you can see it when you go in the home place. So that tree was around when Bill was a little tiny boy. And that makes it awful special that he was standing in front of that with his mom. The house was built and finished in about 1918. It burned when Bill was 5 years old. It was about 1916. It was a log cabin. The Monroes lived in a two-room cabin. And as I say, it burned, and then they built this frame house back right away. And all 8 children and mom and dad lived in it. Bill's bedroom is the one you're looking at right here in the dog trot, more or less. About 70% of the wood in the home place is original. The rest of it's wood we had to use for reconstruction because the other wood was just too rotten. This is a cedar floor on this porch. This is J. Lou Ford, one of our most veteran tour guides. This is a dear friend of ours here. This is Sue. Could you give us a tour, Jay? Can you give this nice lady a tour?
Yeah.
All right. I'll walk along beside you.
I'll let you do it.
No, I want you to have a chance too. We'll do it together.
Share it.
All right.
You probably know more about it than I do.
I probably forgot most of it.
Where do you want to start?
Well, the ceiling in here, Jay will tell us why they painted it blue. Old timers. Why did they paint it blue, J. Lou? Oh, okay. I hear they say painted them blue in the old days to keep down the wasps and hornets and bees. But they didn't like that color, yeah. And as you come in the house, it's the same color on the inside. They did it for the same reason or just to brighten it up? This was his mommy and, this is his sister, Maud, and Bertha's bedroom. Kind of a living room, where they slept. Yeah, let's do the Bill Monroe Classic Rawhide there on the record player. This fireplace goes back to the original log cabin. It goes back to the middle or early 1800s. That's sand rock, one single stone. Probably the biggest stone most people have ever seen. Usually there's a broken into 3 stones at the top. It's a huge expanse. Or span. Huge span. It tells about the pictures, Jay.
Campbell.
Yeah, that's that maple tree that I was talking to her about. And Bill's daddy,
Okay.
Buck.
Yeah.
Bill's sister, Bertha.
This one?
Yeah. Bill's mama.
Yeah.
There's Bill Monroe standing behind up
This
there.
one?
Yeah. About 9 years old. And 2 of Bill's nieces.
Okay.
2 of his nieces. So that's Bertha, and she slept in this room also.
Yeah.
And then there's that trunk of that maple tree right here. Okay? And you can see from this maple tree that they were about like that at that time. Probably 30 years old, 30, 40-year-old at that time. So they go back 1880, something like that. The trees were planted.
And this is Buck.
That's Buck.
You didn't look like Bill, did you?
No,
Bill didn't look like him.
really not. And here's Bill when he was about 7 years old in school.
Okay, which one is he?
The one with the tie. Neat, huh?
He kind of looks like Bill Monroe.
And Bill's first airplane ride. That's Brother Birch singing him off.
How you doing?
Hi, how are you doing? Have you had anybody visit this afternoon? Good. Great. Yeah, there were people here this morning too.
Yeah, she just said she lives all
All morning? Yeah. I figured it was Labor Day weekend, people like to travel. So.
Hey, here's Bill's coon dog, Dallas. Before Keaton and I saved the house. Whoopsie, I get that.
Uh-oh, Dad. She said that's Bill's dog?
Yeah, it's Dallas.
Is that when you first found the home?
That was, yeah, a little bit before Keaton and I were up there, I think.
Campbell, how long did this house stay vacant?
Oh, last person lived in it probably
Was it in the 70s?
70s, I'd say, early 70s.
Early 70s. And then Sharon and Kenny on our board, they lived in Charlie's house from 70, what, to 70?
Can you see the stones heating up there in the chimney? Where they had to block it off. Huge stones, or can you not see them there? Oh. Oh.
Oh, right there.
They got all
There's a
kinds of
one
stuff
boy
up there. They're using it as a closet now. It's a closet.
I didn't know the closet went all the way through.
That's right, yeah, I think one of them is. Campbell, who is everybody in this picture? Is there one of the sons missing? You got Birch and Charlie, and then who else?
That's John,
John.
Charlie, Speed, Birch, Uncle Penn, and Clarence Wilson. This is the farm we bought right here. His farm.
I was thinking
And is there one more? Did Bill have another brother? Or was that
Clarence
all?
and Uncle Penn. Yeah, he had Harry,
Harry.
brother Harry.
Harry. I guess we don't have a
Did
picture
Speed
of
get killed in the war?
No, he made. He lived.
But
He
we have
became
a letter that Speed wrote to his family. We got some memorabilia.
Yeah, we bought some memorabilia, and in that memorabilia is a letter from Speed,
when he was over in
handwritten.
Europe.
Yeah. I didn't see that letter when going through that stuff, but I know it's in there. This is the very birthplace of bluegrass. This very spot. This is where Bill Monroe first heard his Uncle Penn play the fiddle, right in front of his fireplace, when he was 8 or 9 years old. Penn sat on one side and Bill sat on the other. Penn sat there and Bill sat there. Played that fiddle. Of course, Bill had heard fiddle from other people, but he'd not heard Uncle Penn's fiddle.
what's the dress of that?
Well, they were little people.
It's just from the period.
Oh.
But it didn't belong to anybody in the family. But we got it from the antique store, Hilda Barnes. She said that's what they would have worn back in the early 1900s.
What was that for?
It was, that's the kind of nightgown they would have worn back in the early 1900s. That's from Wilda Barnes
Really?
Shop.
Susan still wears stuff like that.
Well, it looks comfortable. Pretty too.
It is. I wear one too.
Did you?
You don't have to laugh. You can if you want.
Yeah, trust me, I know.
You'd have better luck right here if you wouldn't wear that in Ohio State.
Did you see the quilt? You've seen the quilt, haven't
Yeah,
you?
it's beautiful.
That's a neat quilt.
The lady that's here
They show you the
before,
guide.
yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. We actually loaned this to the Owensboro Museum of Fine Art, and they had it for a few months. They had a Bill Monroe exhibit for a while. Last year or the year before.
Took a long time for them to build her to do that.
She made two of them, two identical ones, one for her husband and one for us. Can you imagine all the work?
There's Bill Gregory. He was the 8th child, and he came along with Dad was in his mid-50s.
Oh, if you want to hear Campbell, your tour guide has gone on again. It's all right. Okay, go ahead, Dad. Do it again.
Okay.
Wow,
Okay,
he sure had a
well-
lot of stuff on his bed.
Yeah, there wasn't much room for him to lay down, was there?